Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here coming at you with another video. And in today's video here, we're going to take a look at another Mythic Legions figure here. And this is Sir Gideon Heavensbrand version 2. And here's his write-up on the side there. You want to pause and read that. And he is part of the Necronominus wave. This is a wave that's relatively new. So he does have all sorts of new, and he's also part of the Order of Erion. And he does, this figure actually does come with the 2.0 version body of the Knights. So I am kind of excited to play around with him to see what all the new articulation is on him. All right, let's open it up and take all of his stuff out. Alright, so here is Sir Gideon Heavensbrand with all of his accessories. And this is really an amazing pack out here. Just as I was pulling everything out, like the amount of paint and detail and sculpt that's on all of these pieces is pretty amazing. And this is the version 2 Knight body now. And I'll show you later when I put him with a version 1 Knight body. What are the differences? But it's amazing everything that's on here. So first, let's have a look here. This is the extra head sculpt that he comes with, and look at that amazing amount of detailed and sculpt that's on there. The paint, I love the silver in here, kind of making it look like there's like almost encrusted with diamonds. Here's the Erion bird head. This is an amazing amount of work here for this helmet. And of course, it opens up the face guard so that you can see his face underneath. Looking really dapper. Love this look. And it does come with this little bird ornament here. And even in this little bird ornament, look at how much detail is on there. And this goes right at the very top right there. And then, of course, Mythic Legions always does these kind of like flares for the helmets. Look at this, all of the sculpt and paint. And both of them are the same. And you just pop it in the helmet like that. And then you do the same for the other side. And this is really cool looking. Like, look at that. Is that not a fantastic looking, like, updated Strongheart from Dungeons and Dragons? Look at that. That is so beautiful. Great work here. It's making him, you know, look like an amazing leader here. Of course, he comes with these belts that go across his chest there, and they look really great. Look at all the detail that they put on these. Even on the backside, the little clips, the rivets, little buttons, the buckles, really amazing. And even this tiny one has a little tiny buckle in there. But that's going to be really cool. We'll put that on him later. He comes with these extra set of hands here, and these are vertically hinged hands. So you can do sword poses, making him look like he's getting ready to stab. He comes with an extra neck peg, which is really neat. This is the updated neck peg, so you can use that on some of the other Knight figures, even the older ones. It'll fit on it. And then we're gonna have a look here. He's got these extra shield clips. This is the one that kind of holds like a handle, and then this is the C clip for the wrist. And that's gonna bring us to his pauldrons here. They're asymmetrical, two different styles, but this is the really kind of cool Nice regular pauldron, but look at this thing. This looks amazing. And take a look here. It's not just a yellow gold. Like they put some kind of rosy, like highlighted wash on there. So it kind of gives it this cool, like iridescent pinkish gold to it. I love that. This is really just amazing, amazing work that they did on this. And it goes all the way around. He comes with this really cool little dagger and sheath combo. Just slides right on in. Really neat. It's got a little silver pin at the top there. Just a basic dagger. And now let's take a look at the shield. Again, this is the shields that they've been doing now, with where the logo is actually out and it's 3D sculpted, and it's amazing looking. And again, they did that kind of like rose gold wash on it, so it's not just yellow gold. It kind of has that really neat pink almost finish to it. And of course you can pop this out. Look at that. Use that as a separate shield if you want. But that looks pretty amazing. But because this one is so heavy, more than likely I'm gonna leave it with the C-clip, because we saw in the Attila and Gorgo 2-pack, those shields held better with this than with the handle. Look at that amazing emblem there with the Heavensbrand sword. That is gorgeous. And now here comes the Heavensbrand sword itself. Apparently this is one of the harder pieces to get because it only came out in wave 1 and with weapons pack that also accompanied wave 1, so it's kind of hard to get, but they re-released it and updated it for this. First of all, take a look at the sheath. The scabbard looks amazing with all of this detail, sculpt, and finish. That really beautiful leather look to it. That's awesome. But look at this sword here. The amount of work that they did just on this sword here is beautiful. Look at all of this sculpting here. Let's see if I can look at that. They did that bird face there. That is really, really beautiful. Then it goes on both sides. It's got this blue jewel there. Really amazing amount of work. Nice blue handle there with a blue jewel at the end of the pommel. Wonderful, wonderful sword. And this is again the Heavensbrand sword, which not only can it be used to fail your enemies, but this is one of those swords, like if you touch an evil being, they might actually turn good. So that's kind of the secret power of this sword. Beautiful, beautiful sword there. And now finally, this brings us to Sir Gideon himself. Look at this figure. Let's bring him up nice and close here. That face sculpt is really, really cool. Kind of reminds me of like what was that James Bond Dalton. Before he shaved off his mustache to be James Bond, he used to look like this. You'll see him in Flash Gordon. And that looks really, really cool. Also, I guess Tom Selleck kind of had that same stash. That looks beautiful. And look at the collar here. It's got that beautiful little buckle there. Look at the shoulders here. That is stunning. Again, they make all of this look like it's like encrusted with diamonds, just because of the way it's been painted. Again, we got Etherion's bird logo here on his elbow pads. That looks really good. Pretty amazing. Bird wings there. More sculpting on his gauntlets. beautiful, beautiful gauntlets and his gloves there. Beautiful done. Gotta love it. And then he's got this belt here, which is really cool. Some pouches there, a couple of sheaths there, another sheath spot there. Like, he definitely has spots to hold his weaponry. This nice soft good fabric stuff here with wire. That's really good. You'll be able to get him to do like wild swinging action there. And again, the upper part of the legs and the upper part of the body is the Valiant Knight parts, but the this lower part of the leg and the boots and his arms are completely different, and they look amazing. Look at this, the detail that runs through these boots all over this figure, the paint, the sculpt. The feet are a new version of the knight's feet. I'll show you that later. But this is an amazing looking figure, and as I said before, this is the Valiant Knight articulated body, so he can do a lot. Oh, popped right off. Oh, and then yes, you can see that that's the way they have the clothes. They're two separate parts, but yes, he can definitely do crazy kicks now, and the legs go back really nicely. And look, tell me that's not ghouls and ghosts right there. He's doing that jump. That's really cool. But that's a lot of articulation that they did not have before, and I think it's fantastic. And his head articulates really, really well as well. So you can do like really all sorts of like motion with him, and I look forward to doing that later. All right, let's armor him up and see what he looks like. All right, so here's Sir Gideon in a pose that shows that he can hold his sword with two hands. Look at that, and that's definitely something new for the knights, because you could not do that before. That's really cool. I was able to put his dagger sheath there. The other sheath I put here. And yeah, that looks awesome. Look at the armor and all that. That looks really great. And of course you can separate it. And put his shield on. Again, I'm using the C-clip, and yeah, that works really, really nicely there. And you can see him defending Castle Grayskull. That looks fantastic. I love that. Having the sword and shield combination, that shield is beautiful. And I love all of that pink rosy gold that it's capturing when it hits the light. That's amazing. You gotta love it. This figure is freaking awesome. And yeah, it's one of the Mythic Legion's new style of figures. The Necronominous wave is the current wave that's out, so that's really, really cool. So I look forward to seeing like what they're going to do with this going forward. All right, let's do some comparisons. All right, and here is the Order of Ether here, standing to defend the castle. And this is fantastic. This is Sir Oaksack, Sir Oane, and Sir Gideon. And as you can see, they work wonderfully together. As you can see, this is the version 1 style of knight, which Gorgo and Ailla was also in this design. But you can see he's a different aesthetic completely from this. Here, let's bring them up closer. Outside of the shield, right? Got the shield there. But look at the detail on the armor. That's completely different. The chest plate, they've used this a lot, and the guards here, where now he has completely fabric. They used to have these, and the boots are completely different now. So yeah, it's a really awesome upgrade from their 1.0 knight to this knight style now. And Sir Gideon is beautifully done. I love the way he looks. Here he is with Attila Leas here, discussing battle plans as to how they're going to be able to take on the army of Aethir and Necronominus. They look fantastic together, and I love that. And yeah, you know, again, this is where they started with this shield emblem stuff, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous together. And as you can see, they're two completely different styles of gold here. Whereas this is like, you know, a classic yellow gold. This one has more of the rosy gold to it, and it looks amazing. Alright, and here he is going up against Gorgo Etherblade, and this looks amazing. The way they do the sculpting on the shields here. They both have the shield and sword combination, so they can do battle that way. And I think this looks awesome. But let's not expose his face to a death blow. Let's put his shield down. Now, that's a good fight. And here he is side by side with Dungeons and Dragons Strongheart here. And you can definitely tell, like, this was the kind of aesthetic they were going for, but they did it in this nice gold here. I love that look. And yeah, I think this looks fantastic. You can definitely see him being part of the army of Erion, or him being part of Strongheart's paladins, because I think both ways works really well. They just look amazing together. Alright, and one last comparison. Here he is with my Medieval 2 spawn from this year's Kickstarter, and yeah, that looks really awesome. You can definitely see him as being like an enemy, and so like a Dark Knight that Sir Gideon's gonna have to deal with. This looks beautiful. I love this combination with these two together. Yeah, it goes really great. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this look at Sir Gideon Heavensbrand, and as you can see, he looks amazing. All of the detail, the sculpt, the paint, the soft goods, all of it comes together to put together a really amazing package. And I gotta say, like, you know, this definitely feels like a figure of the year to me. Where will he wind up on the list? Not exactly sure, but look at this. And then the fact that his gold is not just a yellow gold, but it kind of has this pink hue to it. Wow, absolutely astonishing. And this articulation, the new articulation of this new knight body, is really fantastic. I love it. And yeah, they did an amazing job with this. Four Horsemen always killing it, doing God's work out here in the plastic world. This extra head sculpt, I gotta find something to do with it. But yeah, this looks amazing. I love this figure. Alright, if you feel that I've earned it, please give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye-bye now.